In previous section, we have seen that impulse Laplace transform of impulse function is 1 and its ROC is any value of sigma, which is represented like this. Okay, because it can any value of sigma, so this one is the ROC. For unit impulse function ut, Laplace transform is 1 upon s. And ROC is sigma greater than 0. So it is sigma here. Sigma is equal to 0 or j omega axis. So ROC is right sided. Now for minus, see here, minus u of minus t, its Laplace transform is 1 upon s. So it is left sided signal. So ROC is also left sided. And sigma is less than 0. Now proceed further. If Laplace transform of ft is f of s, which is written as this one, already we have seen, and for this we write the ROC as a real part of s. Similarly, for e to the power minus at ft, Laplace transform is e to the power minus at ft, e to the power minus st. Here base is same, so we can write f of t e to the power minus s plus at dt. Okay. Now, for if it is here s, then we write f of s. So if it is s plus a, then we write f of s plus a. That means Laplace transform of this is f of s plus a, and its ROC, like here if it is s, then here it is s. If here it is s plus 1, here it is with s plus 1. So remember the property e to the power minus at ft, Laplace transform is f of f s plus a. That means replace s y s plus a in f of s. Okay. Similarly, for e to the power at ft, if it is minus, then it is plus. If it is plus, here it is minus. Okay. F of s minus a in ROC is real part of s minus a. You can see from now we will consider 3 or 4 example. From this one we can see that e to the power minus at ut, there should be no confusion, at least in graph, plotting this graph. And ut, that means it is the right sided. E to the power minus at is exponential decaying function. So its Laplace transform is 1 upon s plus a. Already we have seen for ut Laplace transform is 1 upon s, and e to the power minus at, that means it is replaced by s plus a. So 1 upon s plus a. Now real part of s plus a is greater than 0, and s is equal to sigma plus j omega. So its real part is sigma plus a is greater than 0. So sigma is greater than minus a. That means its ROC is greater than minus a, which is represented in this graph. Okay. Now also see that this is the right sided signal. So for right sided signal we are getting the ROC right sided. Okay. Now one thing also we can find out with the help of ROC, if it is right sided, then it is greater than this one. We here is the greater sign. So if s plus 1 is equal to 0, that is s is equal to minus a. Okay. And just real, we get s equal to minus a, that means real part of s is equal to minus a. So its ROC is चूंकि right sided है, तो sigma is greater than minus a. Directly you can find out the ROC like that also. Just find out the pole. If it is right sided, greater than, apply greater than. If it is left sided, then apply less than. Now this is also the case of right sided, but this one is bounded signal, this is unbounded signal. E to the power at ut, its Laplace transform is 1 upon s minus a, and its ROC is real part of s minus a is greater than 0. That means s is equal to, when put s is equal to sigma plus j omega, and real part sigma minus a is greater than 0. That means sigma is greater than a. So its ROC is sigma greater than a, which is represented in this graph. Now see what is difference and similarity in this one. It is right sided signal, ROC is right sided. This is also right sided, so ROC is right sided. But in this case we can find out the Fourier transform because its integration is less than infinite, area is less than infinite, and for this one its area is not less than infinite. So it is not Fourier transformable, but this is Fourier transformable. So and for if it is Fourier transformable, then its ROC is crossing the j omega, that means including the sigma is equal to 0 line or j omega line. Remember the property. Now this is not Fourier transformable. Okay, so its ROC don't include sigma is equal to 0 line, sigma is equal to 0 line in this one or j omega axis. Okay, now see this one, this is left sided signal, u of minus t, u of minus t. In this case, this one is e to the power minus at u of minus t, and this graph is minus of e to the power minus at u of minus t. Okay, this broken line is e to the power minus at u of minus t, this one is minus e to the power minus at u of minus t, and its Laplace, you know, Laplace transform of minus u of minus t is equal to 1 upon s, so e to the power minus 8 minus e to the power minus at u of minus t, Laplace transform 1 upon s plus a. Its ROC is real part of s plus a is less than 0, so real part we replace s plus sigma is equal to same process, so here we get the sigma is equal to minus a, that means ROC is less than minus a. Also its pole is s plus 1 is equal to 0. To finding out the pole, we take denominator is equal to 0, we take denominator is equal to 0, so s plus a is equal to 0, so here s is equal to minus a, so it is left sided, so this will be the less than, sigma is less than minus a. Now in this case you can see that this is graph of minus e to the power at u of minus t, its Laplace transform is 1 upon s minus a, so here it is plus, so we will take s minus a, real part is s minus a is less than 0, so sigma is less than a, and you can see the graph. Now from this one you can see that it will go to infinite, so its area under this curve is infinite, and for this one this is finite, it will get area finite, so it is Fourier transformable, but it is not Fourier transformable. Okay, so in this case that means in this case we can see that ROC is this, so for left sided, both are left sided, so ROC is also left sided. Okay, this is bounded graph, so here it includes the j omega line, so here this is the left sided signal, so ROC is also left sided, this is the bounded signal, and for this Fourier transform is transformable, so this ROC include the sigma is equal to j0 or j omega axis. In this, since it is not Fourier transformable, so it don't include ROC don't include sigma is equal to 0 line or j omega axis. And for also you can see that this is the stable, this is unstable. For stability also, if signal will be from ROC, you can see this is signal is stable or not. If sigma is ROC include sigma is equal to j0 line or j omega axis, then it is stable. If it does not include j omega line, that is unstable. You can see the next section. Conclusion. Property of ROC of Laplace transform. ROC of Laplace transform is generally in the form of rectangular strip. And they have drawn the rectangular strip. ROC cannot include any pole. Mind it. Remember it. ROC cannot include any poles, but it is surely bounded by poles. Okay, that means it does not include boundary. To find poles, and how we find out the poles? Just equate denominator by 0. So if f of s is equal to 1 upon s minus a, equate s minus a is equal to 0, we will get s is equal to a, that is s is equal to a is pole for this f of s. ROC of right sided signal is also right sided. Already we have seen. ROC of left sided signal is also left sided. A signal ft is Fourier transformable only if ROC of its Laplace transform includes sigma is equal to 0 line or j omega axis. Already we have seen. And if ROC includes j omega axis, the corresponding Fourier transform can be obtained by substituting sigma is equal to 0 or s is equal to j omega in the Laplace transform. Example, ROC of e to the power minus at ut include or consist of sigma is equal to 0 line or j omega axis. Hence it is Fourier transformable. Fourier transform can be obtained from its Laplace transform putting x is equal to j omega. Since for e power minus at ut Laplace transform is 1 upon s plus a, so if its f omega is equal to can be calculated by putting s is equal to j omega, so it is 1 upon j omega. Already we have seen this in the Fourier transform. Now, next property. A LTI system with impulse response st is stable if integration minus infinite to plus infinite mod h of t dt is less than infinite, which is the same condition for existence of Fourier transform of st. For existence of Fourier transform, integration of minus infinite to plus infinite f of t dt is less than infinite if it is impulse. And one thing also, remember that we also always write st, which is called impulse response. What is this? It is nothing. When we apply the input as impulse, that is called, and we get as output, so that is called impulse response. So if we apply input as del of t, then we use the impulse response st. So a system with impulse response st is stable only if ROC of its Laplace transform includes sigma is equal to 0 line or j omega axis. Same condition for existence of Fourier transform. A system with impulse response is causal. Causal when its impulse response is 0 for t is less than 0, right sided. Generally when the impulse response is right sided. So a system is causal only if the ROC of Laplace transform its impulse response is right sided. If a system with impulse response is both stable and causal, then ROC of Laplace transform must be right sided, including sigma is equal to 0 line. So all the pole of Laplace transform of its impulse response of such a stable and causal system must lie in the left half of the S-plane. For a stable system, all its poles lie on the left side of the S-plane. Okay, remember it. Now, e to the power minus ut Laplace transform 1 upon s plus 2 and ROC is sigma greater than minus 2. For e to the power minus 5t ut Laplace transform is 1 upon s plus 5, where sigma is greater than minus 5 ROC. Now we add both of the signal, then we get this one, and its Laplace transform is this one. Now from this you can see that if we draw from the graph, for one ROC is greater than 2 and for second ROC is greater than minus 1. In this case, what is common? Common region is greater than sigma greater than minus 2, and this is the ROC. Sigma, so here it is written sigma greater than minus 2. So we can conclude that combination of any right-sided signal will have a defined Laplace transform, which is the combination of individual Laplace transform, and ROC is right-sided bounded by greatest among all the pole or rightmost pole. Okay, for right-sided combination of two right-sided signal, ROC will be the rightmost pole. Okay, right side of rightmost pole. Okay. Now second, this one is left-sided signal, Laplace transform is this one for this one. We get this. So here Laplace transform is and ROC is sigma less than 2, sigma greater than 5 will be seen from the graph. Here this is less than 2, this is less than, common area is less than 2, so its ROC will be the less than 2. Remember it. Okay. Now combination of any number of left-sided signal will we have a defined Laplace transform. Always defined Laplace transform, which is the combination of Laplace transform with ROC, which is left-sided bounded by least pole among all the pole or the leftmost pole. Okay. Now find Laplace transform of this one, where we have added both. This one is right-sided, this one is left-sided, and with the help of ut you can see that this is right-sided. With the help of minus t you can see this is left-sided. So this is right-sided, right-sided, this is left-sided, this is left-sided. Okay, for this Laplace transform is 1 upon s plus 2. For this Laplace transform is 1 upon s plus 5. For this Laplace transform is 1 upon s minus 2. This, not confused with minus, because minus, if we take minus u of minus t, then we get 1 upon s. Okay, so here it will be plus. Here also it will be plus because it is implement minus. So 1 upon s minus 5. For this right sided, just pole is s is equal to minus 2, pole is s is equal to minus 5. So for this case, rightmost is, because right signals, rightmost is sigma greater than minus 2, where sigma is less than 2. So ROC is minus 2 to 2. But for this case, You can see that sigma is greater than 5, sigma is less than